Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, May 26th, 2021. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Hopefully you got a chance to see our favorite aircraft yesterday afternoon or are planning to see the Blue Angels flight demonstration a bit later on today. But despite the traffic and congestion, you really need to love this time of year here in Annapolis. And my apologies for the missed DNB yesterday. I was traveling and, well, let's just say that all internet is not created equal. So now I think we're good, but I'm not 100% sure. My fingers are crossed, but in case we have issues and miss another one, you now know why a little bit in advance. Again, my apologies. So let's get into it, shall we? The Annapolis Police Department is investigating an armed robbery along Forest Drive. On Tuesday morning at 4 a.m., a man reported that he was walking in the 1400 block of Forest Drive, which is near Marta Lane, when he was approached by two unknown suspects. They brandished a gun, assaulted him, and robbed him of a little bit more than $100 in cash. The suspects were not located, and the victim was treated at a local hospital for minor injuries. Forest Drive at Padrol Street was closed for several hours yesterday afternoon as Annapolis Police investigated a fatal two-car crash. Details are emerging, but the crash occurred about 3:30 p.m. and one patient was declared deceased at the scene. We will have more details on this a little bit later as they become available. The city of Annapolis is shuffling the deck a little bit for the upcoming election to include voting by mail, with ballots being sent to all registered voters in the city. Also, several of the polling locations for in-person voting have been changed, so when it's time to vote and you plan to vote in person, make sure you know where you're supposed to be going. Put this on your calendar. The primary, which is only for registered Republicans or Democrats, is September 21st, and the general election is November 2nd. Yes, it is that time of year again. And speaking of elections, Ward 2 candidate Scott Gibson has announced that he and his campaign, if successful, will be calling for non-partisan elections. Should be noted that non-partisan elections have been called for by very many candidates, including our current mayor, Gavin Buckley. But usually what happens is that desire wanes pretty significantly as soon as they get elected and they realize that they need the party. You gotta love politics. Well, it is official. Tides and Tunes is back for 2021, beginning June 17th at the Annapolis Maritime Museum in Park's McNasby campus. That's the one in Eastport. Sweet Lita, Timmy Metz, Dublin 5, and all of your local favorites will be there. As always, the concert is free, but they do ask for a small $10 donation to support their education programs. So make sure you mark the 10 Thursdays at 7 p.m. off on your calendar beginning on June 17th. Need more details? Maritime.org is where you need to go. And here's your tea for the day. Remember Paladar in the Annapolis Town Center? Well, a new restaurant called Tuscan Prime will be opening in the fall of 2021 if all goes well. It's billed as an Italian shop house and dolce bar. I hope I pronounced that right. But it's brought to you by the folks that have brought us Carpaccio Tuscan Grill as well as Squisitos and Lima's Chicken. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, that does wrap up the news for us today. As always, thank you for listening. And if you are somewhere where you can leave us a rating or a review, please do. And make sure you let your friends, family, and colleagues all know to follow us. A quick thank you to today's sponsors for the Daily News Brief, Solar Energy Services up in Millersville, and the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company, and also to the Maryland Wing Festival coming up really quick at the Anne Arundel County Fairgrounds on June 5th. Okay, hang tight. We have George Young from DC Mdva Weather standing by with your locally forecast weather report. He gets underway in about 60 seconds, but right now, here's Rick Peters from Solar Energy Services.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. With all the talk of energy resilience in the news recently, I'm surprised there's not more talk about solar plus batteries, especially since 1/3 of all of our new residential solar projects include a battery backup system that provides instant energy security and peace of mind. And with incentives in place for battery backup, this investment is now more affordable than ever. With financing rates as low as 0.99% and plans offering 18 months same as cash, it's now easier than ever to go solar with no money down. Financing creates an easy bill swap scenario where you replace your electric bill with a loan payment, allowing you to build equity in your own personal energy supply. Don't wait for your next power outage to act. Contact us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net to learn more about solar with battery backup. Don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. Mdva Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of Mdva Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with Mdva Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, May 26th. Yesterday turned out to be a very nice day for the Annapolis region with mostly cloudy skies, ultimately giving way to some late PM sunshine, but today will have a much different feel to it with warmer temps in the upper 80s to mid 90s with a chance of PM thunderstorms as well, so pack the sunscreen and hydrate up if you're headed out to watch the Blue Angels in Annapolis this afternoon. And be sure to keep an eye on the skies should storms start to develop. As for Thursday, it'll be sunny and still borderline hot with temps in the 85 to 90 degree range before cooler temps near 80 on Friday with a likelihood of some PM showers and storms possibly lasting into Saturday as well with much cooler temps only in the mid to upper 60s for highs Saturday afternoon, followed by sunshine and 70 on Sunday with very comfortable conditions Memorial Day Monday with sunny skies and highs 75 to 80 degrees. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of Mdva Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe, and be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching Mdva Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores. And also be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and use our website each day as well by visiting Mdvaweather.com, so you can always stay weather informed.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company.
I've always loved being a realtor because to me, it's more than a job. It's something that gives me an incredible sense of helping others. And this year in particular, when so many people we've helped had to move rather than wanted to move, it gave me an even greater sense of purpose. Whatever the reason for someone's move, from a career relocation to simply needing to downsize, it has truly been super rewarding and a privilege to be able to assist our clients through all the steps of their journeys. Though it hasn't always been easy, we've learned new ways of navigating the home buying and selling process. So whether you need to say goodbye to your current home or are looking for a new house to start the next chapter of your life in, the Kristi Neidhardt Team is here to work with you and for you, because truly we are all in this together.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
All right, so COVID gave us an unexpected year off last year, but come June 5th, the 7th Annual Maryland Wing Festival is back at the Anne Arundel County Fairgrounds. Bring the whole family for a fantastic day filled with fun, games, shopping, music, and, oh yeah, plenty of wings. This year, the festival will be spread out throughout the grounds with more tables so you can enjoy 2 stages of live music, axe throwing, a game tent by Next Level Gaming, and an Odyssey escape room. Wings from more than a dozen vendors with dozens of flavors to try, plenty of cool beverages and craft beers because, hey, what goes better with wings than cool beverages and craft beers? Tickets are available now, so head on over to eventbrite.com and search for Maryland Wing Festival and get yours today. Now, we know that most COVID restrictions have been lifted, but we also know that that may change, and if that does, the festival will be adhering to all state and county health mandates.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.